What's up, though? What's the deal? These one of them days where I ain't feel like getting up. I just wanted to lay around and chill out. Anyway, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Cannon Hotep back at it again with another one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, up late arguing with them motherfuckers, yo. There's always some people It's people that always they don't even, what's the word? They don't do shit in their community. All they do is complain about some shit. They want to be victims. It's always somebody else's problem. You know what I mean? It's just, the world would be so much better. Some people would be so much better off if they knew how to accept responsibility. If they knew how to put their ego aside and move through life with some semblance of caution. Not saying you gotta look over your shoulder everywhere you go, but it's like, nigga, it's danger out here. It's a dangerous fucking world. It's a violent world. You could be a target at any time, or with the right finesse, you could avoid a lot of shit. You know what I mean? What up, y'all? What up, Ashton? Yeah, I put the number out there. They could have called in. They ain't want to call in and shit. It's all good. Because they knew that I had a point. You know what I mean? I don't take pride in nobody death, yo. I don't be trying to do shit for gotcha moments or I told you so's. You alright, yo? Can you get on? Don't hit my car down there. You like you're a brand new CDL driver. I don't be doing that shit for no gotchas or no I told you so's. No, I do it because the good teachable moments. You know what I mean? The good teachable moments. But it's just how it be. It's just how it be. I don't know why people so jaded. You know. But, you know, it was still, it made for a good show. It made for a good show. I mean, I was shocked that, like, I thought maybe it was like somebody that just got kicked as that. No, it was actually kicked. Like, it was actually the platform that threw those 10 gifted subs into the chat. I was like, oh, how about that? I was shocked about that. I was like, wow, that's crazy. You know, I appreciate that. I don't know if they was raiding streams or what. That was pretty dope. Thanks for the 10 gifted. Hey. You added me on the George Farvis? All right, cool. I'm going to check them out when I get to work. They was going after your white privilege when you called in? Yeah. You want to see white privilege end? Go to Brooklyn Park, Maryland. Go to Brooklyn Park, Maryland, and see how far that white privilege gets you. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like this always goes to that. It's like, come on, man. You know what I mean? And people don't like whataboutisms, but it's like, yo, if that was a black cop and a white guy, black cop, they're like, he justified that guy was a menace, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Anyway. So what y'all think gonna happen this weekend? You think something gonna happen this weekend? Because I feel like something gonna happen this weekend. I feel like we gonna get like some kind of false flag or something. We gonna get something. Like some fucking warship gonna get sunk. Which one of them? Like, not what, the Abraham Lincoln that they keep with saying they got fucking hit, or the Gerald Ford. Like something's gonna happen to something that's really gonna catapult us into this shit. Both feet full on into it. Right now they keep calling it a conflict. Oh, it's just a little conflict. Like, nigga, you dropping bombs on another country, nigga, that's war. I don't care how brief it is. That's a skirmish. That's a scrap. You got dog fights and shit in the sky, like that's a scrap. You know? But I think something's gonna catapult us into putting boots on the ground. Like I said, this shit don't really got no end game. I mean, I guess the only end game that's really for it is to install whatever leader that they want to install that they can control. Like I said, HJ is saying this ain't the Bibby show. Or this ain't Bibby's war. I mean, alright, let's just say it's not Bibby's war. You know, I even said it on Tuesday, like, yo, this is a banker's war, right? I said that on Tuesday, that it was a banker's war in conjunction with trying to control oil to keep China and Russia on their heels. But let's just say it's not Bibby's war, okay? Bibby damn sure is the motherfucking director. Bibby is the orchestrator. It is Bibby's show to run for whoever this war is for. And we're complicit in it. We're complicit in it. We sitting there holding Israel's water. Or holding Bibby's water. That's what we're doing. We're reacting based off of what Israel does in this situation. Marco Rubio said we only attacked them because Israel was going to attack them. And if Israel attacked them, then they might have attacked us in retaliation, which sounds fucking retarded. That's the dumbest fucking excuse I've ever heard. Then we attack fucking Iran, and then Iran attacks us any fucking way. Shit don't make no sense. Then you got Pete Hegseth over that bitch saying something different. He's saying something completely different. Yeah, you gotta run that back, bro. We needed you in the chat bouncing niggas out of there. But Mike and them was holding it down. Mike has bad knees and them was holding it down. Shout out to them. But I feel like something gonna happen over the weekend that's gonna really push us into this shit. Oh, it's definitely gonna get a whole lot worse. You know what I mean? Definitely gonna get a whole lot worse. I just don't know what's gonna happen. I hope it doesn't have anything to do with a mass casualty situation. Y'all know the rumors of that day in September. We all know what allegedly led and happened on who was the perpetrators of that day in September. Marco Rubio say we had to do a preemptive strike because Israel was going to attack, and if Israel attacked, they were going to attack us. And Hegseth go, nah, we getting that get back for them trying to murk Trump and Butler. If y'all really think that kid was in bed Y'all really think that kid was in bed with Iran, yo? I got a gently used bridge in Baltimore to sell you. YouTube and Rumble and Kick. The U.S. is what's up, Dom Mega? We the stormtroopers for the bankers. Yeah, yo, we the muscle, bro. Bibby said that shit before, and I told y'all that. I'm like, yo, big little brother run his mouth and pop all this shit, and then he go run and get big brother to fight for him. Little brother be talking all that shit, and then when the niggas that he talking all that shit to, get in his face, then he go get his big brother. That's what it is. I need to make a meme of that shit. I know I can. I'm gonna figure out what it's a good movie sequence or movie clip to use for that. I just got a feeling, man. You know, and not only like, you know, as far as militarily, the supply chain is going to suffer just a little bit. The supply chain is going to suffer a bit because of the Straits of Hormuz. Remember, well, they didn't shut it down. Like, no, they didn't. But the insurance company shut that shit down. I think it's time for me to start hitting the weights, yo. I lost enough weight. It's time for me to start fucking putting on some muscle. It shouldn't take me too long. I think by Grifties I should have a nice tone. You know, so like, how was you guys? Take a couple of dollars. First off, get a couple $100 if you can out of the bank and just put that shit somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, just put it somewhere under a mattress and a fucking piggy bank. Just to make sure you got a couple bucks. You know what I mean? Just in case something happened and we can't get to ATMs or something like that. But make sure you go get some, you know, some oodles and noodles and shit. Some stuff you can eat. Like I said, canned goods, canned vegetables, canned meat. You know what I mean? Lots of water. Lots of sea salt. Keep yourself hydrated. Make sure you got the blicky just to protect all that shit, because you don't want to get all that shit together for somebody to snatch that shit from you. Not saying we're going to have some kind of grid down scenario, but it don't hurt to prepare for some shit like that. Or for a supply chain shortage. You know what I mean? Making sure you can feed the kids. You know what I mean? But the insurance company shut the Straits of Hormuz down, and I get why. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we ain't paying that. We ain't paying out those insurance policies. Y'all don't even come through this bitch. Donnie T mad at Spain because Spain was like, nah, y'all can take that shit somewhere else. Spain like, nah, y'all can't use nothing of ours. Y'all can't park nothing nowhere. We don't want no parts of this shit. Rightfully so. That's how the fuck we should have been. Everybody wants us to stop this. We gotta stop this attack. We gotta stop it. You know how you stop this shit? You got a goon hand Bibby. And that's how you put an end to this shit. You gotta wrangle them in, and then that shit can stop. But that ain't gonna happen. That shit is not gonna happen. So, like I told you, I feel like Donnie T was a rogue until that day in Butler. They got his ass together after that shit. Hey, look, Don, we gonna give you some land in Israel. When we do our reconstruction of Gaza, we gonna give you some stake in that shit. Put a little Trump Plaza or something like that in Gaza. I told y'all before that shit went down. I said they gonna turn Gaza into a motherfucking sandals resort. I told y'all before they even started doing their campaign. You know, your name is Mud in America now. But hey, you know, if you want, you know, we can give you dual citizenship. You know, give you a few bucks. All you gotta do is just Do what the fuck we tell you to do when we tell you to do it. You can have your win with the American economy and domestic affairs. Foreign policy, you leave that shit to us. Foreign policy, we need you to follow our lead on that. And if you can't do these things and you feel like you want to go ahead and buck the system, then we can do this shit the easy way. And our assassins won't miss next time. I kind of half-ass think Charlie Kirk was a message. You don't got a kick hammer, yo? I got you, yo. I thought I gave you one. Are you serious? Beirut catching it? Lebanon caught up with it. Lebanon on the motherfucking list. Lebanon on that 7-5 list. Oh yeah, I got potassium iodine. Yeah, keep some of that to keep your thyroid right, just in case somebody throw a fucking dirty bomb. You know. Matter of fact, in my trunk right now, I got what was it, 100,000 gallon water purification. But that's all I think happened. I think they offered him, like, look, if you do this shit, we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna make sure you're straight for the rest of your days, make sure your family's straight for the rest of their days. You buck us, we'll do it the easy way. I want y'all to understand, make no mistake, no matter who got in the office, whether it was Donnie T, which a lot of us had faith that he was going to be able to withstand it, Donnie T or Kamala, it didn't matter who got in the office. This war was going to happen, period. The war was going to happen, period. The war was going to happen. Where the fuck J.D. Vance been at? I ain't seen him nowhere. Think J.D. Vance get prepared for the impeachment? Because I think Republicans is cooked. I think Republicans is cooked for this midterm. I'd be shocked if they're able to maintain majority. I would be super shocked if they maintain majority. Now, I got a different take on the Jasmine Crockett situation, right? I think that Republicans secretly back, what's his name? Tranzarico, what's his name? Tartario, what's his name? I think they secretly back, yo, so he can beat her, so that Cornyn can wipe the floor with him and Cornyn keeps his seat. Dearborn, Michigan is ran by Arabs. Yeah. It's crazy. That's what I think. That nigga bad shit crazy. I can't see somebody vote for him. I really can't. He especially in Texas, the shit that he trying to make happen is ill. That's some ill shit. Really can't see nobody voting for that down there. At least I could see some place like California really, like he seemed like a California liberal. But I think he just an easy win for the Republicans. Because I think Cornyn's going to beat Paxton in their runoff. And then I think Cornyn beats Tararico or Tanzarico, whatever his name is. Tararico, right? But if Paxton beats Cornyn in the runoff, then Tararico might beat Paxton. Dan Crenshaw already, he lost his shit, his seat. But if the Democrats get control of the House, they really may try to get Trump up out of there. They really may try to impeach him. if he don't want to get impeached, he got to increase his fucking political capital. Not saying Trump don't have political capital, but he needs a little more political capital after this move. He needs to go in and decisively win this war and get us the fuck out of it before that happens. And then maybe he has a chance of securing his presidency and his legacy. What's up, Rick? What y'all think about what y'all think about Donnie T with that post that he made about, you know, if parents give their kids consent, they can transition or some shit like that? That's interesting to me. People lost their motherfucking minds, boy. The funny part is that he said that shit right on, and then deleted the tweet, and then reposted the tweet with that part out of there. And you got people like, see, he never said that. Here's the real tweet. Like, no, he actually literally deleted that. He deleted the initial tweet, and then he edited the initial tweet and then put it back. I thought that was crazy. I mean, I think HJ kind of had a point last night. Right? He was saying, we all want consent over our children, right? And rightfully so. We should have consent over what the fuck our children do. Now, the right thing would be to say, you know, as a parent, nah, nigga, when you turn 18 and you not in my house no more, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but right now, you confused. You know what I mean? But then I was thinking, like, at the same time, if I give my kids some alcohol, that's against the law. Right? If I give my kids some fucking alcohol, that's child abuse if I let my kid drink in front of me. Right? There's certain things I can't let my kid do even though I'm their ward. I mean, not their ward, they're my ward, sorry. Even me being their parent, there's certain things I cannot allow my kids to do. I can't let them drink alcohol. Right? I think when it comes to shit like that, we need to treat that shit like alcohol. Alcohol and smoking cigarettes and all that shit. As a parent, I can't allow my kid to smoke those cigarettes. All that other stuff. Again, it's child abuse. So when it comes to this whole transition of kids as minors, that shit should be looked at as child abuse. Something that no matter if you're their parent or not, that shit can't happen until they're of age. In Wisconsin, you can drink with a parent and a guardian? Interesting. I agree with that too. I do agree with that too, Philly Greg. Like, you know what I mean? You are taking them out of the fucking gene pool, but at the same time, right? The other argument that he was making, like when Unc was like, yo, they doing womb transplants. And I resonated with that because I did a stream. What's up, Brian? I did a stream, right? I did a stream about transhumanism. And we touched on all of that shit all the way up until like the pods that this one company's trying to make. Well, you could literally grow your kid in your motherfucking kitchen. I always make the joke. I'm like, they gonna be growing these kids next to the turnip greens. Real fucking Cabbage Patch Kids. Real fucking Cabbage Patch Kids coming your way. Because they got these pods that they working on where they can fill it up with the fluid and all that other shit, and you can pump the nutrients, like Gattaca, like the movie Gattaca. You know what I mean? They can, or something like Gattaca meets fucking the Matrix. They can pump all your nutrients and shit into you. Are you growing inside of that fucking pod? using CRISPR to gene edit your kids to make sure that they ain't got no fucking issues. These crazy people will still be able to raise kids, even if they don't birth them themselves. Motherfucking timer gonna go off like a goddamn air fryer. Ding! Bun is ready to come out of the oven. That shit is in our near future. If they ain't already doing it. I still think a lot of these celebrities is fucking genetically edited. Exactly, just hooked up. You can't drive about cigarettes and shit like that until you're a certain age. It should be the same thing with transition. Like any of that hormone shit. Fuck it, let's treat it like alcohol. Kid can't buy purchase alcohol until they 21. That's how we treat that shit. Like they always forget to look at the amount of kids who regret that decision to do the transition. They done chop their dick off or whatever, and then now all of a sudden they wanna, oh shit, I fucked up. But now you done got rid of your motherfucking shit. Now they depressed, now they kill themselves. How many people remember the story that we covered on this channel? I think Jay was me and Jay. It was the John Jones story that happened here in Baltimore. It was the John Jones story where the kid was born, right? I think they were twins. I think it was twins. And the kid, one of them was a boy. And they went to circumcise him, but they fucking burned his dick off in the middle of the circumcision. They burned his dick off in the middle of the circumcision. Right? And then they tried to fix it by transitioning the kid to a girl and making him think that he was a girl his entire life. And then at the age of 12, they was going to give him a fucking vagina and shit. But the kid always felt something different. Like he always felt like a boy. And then before the surgery, his family finally told him the truth about that shit, and he decided to stay a boy. But he was a fucking eunuch. But he decided to stay a boy, and then he went through all this depression and shit. I think his brother killed himself. And then he eventually killed himself. It's called the John Jones story. Like the diabolical doctor that did that shit was from Johns Hopkins Hospital, some Swedish doctor that was working out at Johns Hopkins that thought this shit was a great idea. Should have been brought up on fucking charges. This was back in like the 60s, right? I think he was born in the 60s or the 70s. The kid was born in like the 60s or the 70s. He was on Oprah and shit, and then he like killed himself shortly after that shit. Those Cabbage Patch Kids, they're going to be highly programmable, highly suggestible children. That's what they want, though, right? That's what they want. They want highly suggestible, highly programmable kids. You think, come on. Of course that's going to come with the fucking, the deal. Look, you'll have your perfect little blonde hair, blue-eyed kid, or your little mocha skin kid. You know what I mean? But part of them going to be missing. And I think we seeing a lot of that shit with some of that's my tenfold kufi on. I think that's what we seeing with some of these celebrities. Some of these celebrities we seeing, I think they are like they clone Tyrone. And it's just that life spark ain't there. It's just, they just exist. There's nothing there unique that makes them them. Like that movie Multiplicity. Remember Multiplicity? I brought this up the other night with Michael Keaton. Every time he made a clone of himself, they got dumber and dumber. It was some kind of defect. Yeah, I think you got a point. think you got a point. I think these little incubator babies, they're not gonna really have anything that makes them unique. Little personalities and stuff like that. But anyway, like I said, you know what? Like ultimately, parents should have the ultimate say over what happens with their children. You know what I mean? Period. But there's some things that needs to be policed a little bit better. And I think giving kids hormone blockers and transitioning them at such an early age before they're 21. You got a lot of these parents that, oh, little Billy was playing with Barbie. He must want to be a girl. Exactly, Portia. Exactly, Portia. But that's the little Bobby was playing with Barbie. He didn't pick up G.I. Joe. He must want to be a girl. And then they fucking go do all this shit, put bows in his hair and dresses and shit, and fuck this kid up. Meanwhile, little Bobby just picked up Barbie because she got titties. Nigga, I remember when I was a kid and my sister had her little Barbies and shit. I want to try to play with Barbie. I want to see Barbie little plastic titties. And I want to see if Barbie had a little cooch. And make pretend Batman was busting Barbie open. That was a little pervert boy. Oh shit! Don't act like y'all ain't. Don't act like y'all ain't have y'all Batman or y'all fucking G.I. Joe busting Barbie down. Y'all niggas don't be lying. Yeah. I think there's some, excuse my language, ladies. I think some good coochie could change a lot of niggas' fucking minds. I'm sorry. You get a fat ass, some nice titties, and some good cooch. I bet a lot of these dudes would turn around and be like, I don't like men's no more. Or you get some of these girls out here who think they lesbians and shit. And you bust them open real good and give them that one time. You know what I mean? They gonna be like, is that what it is? You know, shit, the real thing feel a lot better than that plastic thing. Shit. I done changed a few women's mind back in my day. Back in my hooligan days, back before I was a married man. Girls walking down, they was gay. So they met old Cannon. I gave him that cannon. Pause. I'm dead ass, yo. I think that's a lot of it. Like a lot of this shit way, but a lot of them they got molested by an uncle or some shit. A lot of them niggas done got molested by an uncle or some shit a bunch of times. And then kind of just, I don't know, some hard shit. What the hell? One in the chat if y'all still with me. What the fuck they was talking about? What up? Let's do that. Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. Some shit popped up on my phone. I didn't know what the fuck it was talking about. Fuck my phone in too, because it wasn't really charging too long. I really do think that. I think that is some of these guys who think they gay. You get them sweet, sweet walls to experience. I don't know if you can feel like that. Ain't nothing. Don't nothing feel better than a soft woman. Don't nothing feel better than a nice soft woman. Period. Just saying. You know what I mean? They find them on the spectrum. That's crazy. You know what's crazy though? On a side note, forgive me for this, guys. Have y'all seen them new downs? Them new downs women? Y'all see them new downs chicks? I done seen a few downs chicks on fucking Instagram. I'm like, oh my god, what is going on here? I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for you now. I was like, damn. I'm just saying, like, not all of that shit AI, Portia. I look. We was talking about this a year ago. It was a couple of like, no, that ain't AI. I know AI. I could tell AI. It's different artifacts and the voice be sounding fucking synthesized and some more shit. I could tell some AI shit. It's some that ain't no fucking AI. It was a couple of them. I was like, man, damn, that's wild. I'm just saying. That's real. That's crazy. What about the little girls? What about the little? What about the not the little girls? Damn, that sounds crazy as shit. What about the midgets? What about the little women? Them little women. Some of them little women be looking real scrumptious. Look like little Debbie snack cakes. Some of them little women be looking like some little Debbie snack cakes. Looking like little butterscotch crimpets. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's a kink out here for everybody. I just be scrolling. Sometimes I be like, damn, she 3 feet tall, but she got ass. Shit, I ain't got no problem putting ladders around the house. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The Downs woman probably can't consent. But what if they could? Coochie's coochie. Oh man. Where Tari at? Cause I know they've been fucking recapping Could Have Been Love. That shit is hilarious, yo. Oh my gosh, that shit is hilarious. The subcompact model is fucking funny. Here you go, restoring the feeling. What's up? Hey, would you date a little person? Yeah. See? It's not about their height and stuff, but some people have their preferences. No, I'm just saying. I was telling if people. He looks like Peter Dinklage, I would. Nah, here she goes by. He said if you look like Peter Dinklage, she would. See? I'm just saying. And Peter Dinklage, all he is a little midget Brad Pitt. You got Benicio del Toro, who's Mexican Brad Pitt, and then you got Peter Dinklage, who's midget Brad Pitt. Just had crimpets for a snack last night. I'm just saying, yo, come on, yo, party, yo. Come on. If she would, she's of age, and she thick. She just the size of a fucking 2x4 ceiling tile. You ain't cracking. I'm just saying, yo. Sometimes I spend little too much time on IG and shit. I just be like, yo, why is they showing me this little glazed piglet? Why are they showing me this little glazed piglet? Now some of them, like their proportions be a little off. It'd be kind of weird, but some of them, they be pretty put together despite their height. Look, they legs be looking like little turkey legs and shit. You know the little turkey legs you get from the fucking the fair. They look like you walk on two of them little turkey legs and shit. Only thing is you can't put the only thing is you can't put they legs on your shoulders and shit. They feet gonna be in your fucking chest cavity and shit. Nigga. Some shit break out and you gotta get the fuck out of there. Some shit break out at the motherfucking club and you gotta get the fuck out of there. You just tuck her up under your arm and run out and shit. It's like, oh shit, come on, we gotta get out of here. You holding it like a football and shit, trying to get the fuck out of danger. Yeah, I'm serious, yo. I just be sometimes I be and the funny. This is the funny part, right? I'll be scrolling like shit for like to talk about on the show like news, and then here come like some little person doing some kind of TikTok dance or some shit, or she got a twin midget sister or some shit, and I'm just like, hey yo, I'm just saying, like, I mean, she grown, she, she my age, you know, yeah, I'm 40, she 40, she stopped at my kneecaps. Why, Portia? Little people need love too. Nigga, that's funny. Literally a pocket pussy. That is funny. That is fucking funny. What up, Jay? Jay Pylon in the building. My man, Jay. Yeah, Jay, he the one that really put me on with like, yo, make sure you got your potassium iodine. As soon as he said that shit, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And I went ahead and ordered a bunch of that shit. Y'all gotta get your potassium iodine. It's gonna help you with your thyroid if we did get hit with a dirty bomb or some shit like that, and we have some kind of like nuclear fallout, prevailing winds pushing that shit. You take that potassium iodine to help your thyroid so you don't get fucked up. You know what I mean? The be more water. She be true little milk. I'm just saying, yo, they need love too. You know, they don't need to be discriminated against. You know what I mean? Like the security guard just said, it's all that's in their heart. It's all that's in their heart, unless they look like Peter Dinklage. And she said she all in. She said, if they look like Peter Dinklage, she with it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, yo. Little women need love. Big girls need love. You know? I seen a fucking video on Instagram. It was a nigga, he had downs. It was a nigga that had downs, and he had two downs girls on his arm. They was kissing both cheeks and shit. I'm like, my man, a G. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? They need love, yo. Why we discriminating, acting like we better than them? You know what I mean? You know? Werewolves and vampires is wild, Portia, because they can eat you. And I ain't talking about in the sensual sense. You know? You get bit by a vampire, now you got fucking sickle cell or low iron or some shit, and now you can't live without adrenochrome. Now you're knocking on Hillary door and shit, trying to see if you can get a hit. Them motherfuckers is vampires. I'm just letting y'all know. Them motherfuckers is vampires. Okay? Vampires. Epstein might be Andrew Jackson. I should play what? Grifty's song Special Needs. Oh Lord. Man said if she down, then I'm down. Bless me with the chromo crown. That is fucking crazy. I've been looking into it, Jay. I've been looking into it. You think he a clone? I think he Vandal Savage. I think he might be Vandal Savage. I think he's been here for centuries. I think he's been here for at least 200 years. You know what I mean? But who knows? Maybe they did find a way to download consciousness, Jay, and then push it into another shell. You know what I mean? He could very well be. It could be a whole warehouse full of Epsteins. When shit die down, they'll fucking pull another one out. He was selling arms and selling arms. Oh goodness gracious. Mm-mm-mm. That's probably how the Rothschild do. Was it Rothschild? The old motherfucker that had like 9 heart transplants. He probably got them from Epstein. Was it Rothschild's, Jay? Was it the dude? Remember he died at like the age of 109 or some shit, and he had like 9 heart transplants. Is that guy? What's up, Glasgow? Yeah, we was talking about that, Jay. Jay, you gotta come on the show, yo. You gotta come back on the show, yo. We was talking about that because people was like, "What's jerky?" I'm like, "It's clearly is beef jerky. Like it's easier. It's easier to fucking travel with, and nobody knows what it is. You can get through the fucking. You can get through fucking airport security with that shit, and be fucked up and offer somebody some. Oh, that smells delicious. What is that? Oh, it's some beef jerky. Would you like to try some? And they fucking don't know. They just ate ass, human ass. And then it's probably easy because jerky it sustains for a long time, so then you ain't got to worry about it going bad. It's just more efficient, you know. We started in Moloch Monday. Let's see how we finish the work week on Friday with Goldstein. Goldstein is Goldstein going live today? Oh, I guarantee it's nasty work, Jay. I be like trying to read someone I can, and it's just like that shit is like crazy. Now I see why them police officers was crying and shit from the Aberdeen, the Anthony Weiner fucking laptop, which is wild that nobody's really making mention of that shit. I told y'all where it started. I said that shit was ground zero. The Anthony Weiner laptop is ground zero for all the shit. You know, that's the crazy part. Frazzle drip and all that other shit. And then all of a sudden, 9 fucking officers allegedly off themselves. Come on, it's called loose ends being tied up. If people are not paid to protest, they just stay silent. That is true. That is true. That is true. But we need to pull Anthony Weiner in because he's weak. He's a weak man. Anthony Weiner's a weak man. We can break him. We can break him. Put Mexican Brad Pitt in there. Put Benicio del Toro in there, like he was in Sicario. Because I noticed in that interrogation scene, he used none of that water, but that motherfucker sounded like he was choking on something. Pause. We'll get him to talk. We'll get him to talk. You know, because we already know why they not outside the Rothschild mansion. Because they want all this to start and stop with Epstein. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett was being dumb. She was being stupid. That was dumb. Like, how can you not? And I said this shit. I said this. I said it in the Hotel Told You chat last night. Like, she ain't read the room. She ain't read the room. How you gonna go into Texas talking about racism and white fragility and all of this other shit, whatever the fuck she was talking about, and expect to win any fucking thing? That's the crazy part. That's fucking crazy to me. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Like, I don't get it. Even Mom Donnie was smart enough to read the fucking room and then do his heel turn when he got in office. Spamberger, she's CIA. She was smart enough to read the room and then do her heel turn. You know what I mean? That shit is crazy to me. Oh man, that shit is wild. Some of the shit that I read in the files though was like a lot of it was I was trying to see if Donnie T was really implicated in anything, and the more I read, the more you saw that he was, they was trying to figure out how to blackmail him. So I was just like, damn, he must really not have nothing to do with nothing. That's crazy. Because even I thought for just a little bit that, Donnie T was a poonhound too. Like maybe he did something that one time. Uh, like maybe he did something that one time. You know what I mean? But no, Donnie T was the one that put that nigga on Front Street. He put the Summer Jam screen. He was cooperating with the FBI and shit. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, that was I guess a relief at the same time. The 23andMe shit was crazy. That nigga had something to do. He had all he was like he was a part of the 23andMe shit. Now I don't know if this, I like I don't know if this was like some bullshit, but then with the whole but they still trying to say that he had his genome inside of the fucking vaccine. That shit was crazy. All them people that took that shit got a little Epstein in all of them. She cute though, y'all tripping. Jasmine Crockett is cute. She just, I don't know. I don't like. I hate like the one thing I can't stand is like I don't like when black women cosplay black women. That's just annoying. Jeez, bro, pro on that Apex today. Like Jasmine Crockett is an attractive woman. I don't like women cosplaying women. You know what I mean? I don't like that shit. Like it's just like, come on, just be yourself. Like if you some Ivy League black girl that just so happen to, like what Andre 3000 say, I'm not a hood nigga, just a nigga from the hood. Mama stayed on me, so I turned out pretty good. Now you can keep that old soul over there, yo. Get that shit right back to Knuckle Brew. That shit was wild. That shit's almost took me down to one knee. That shit was tough. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of fouls, yo. It's a lot of fouls. Did he find out what was going on at that Zorro Ranch? Like a lot of the Epstein files, some of the shit I read on X and stuff like that. But I think a lot of that shit I just can't, like who was it? Who was it? No Reply. I think it was No Reply that was in the YouTube chat. Uh he sent me the files, but they was like the the fucking the uncut version. And I didn't want to see them kids being fucked. Like, I didn't want to see none of that shit. I was like, yo, it's crazy. So, but I have them. I've been going. Like, I'll go on and I'll see snippets and shit on X, and I'll read through it, and I'll be like, They have a forest they don't mention. They had a ranch at an island. You talking about where they was supposedly hunting people like condemned and shit? That was a crazy thing, but I could see that. Like most of these movies be imitating art, man. Most of these movies been imitating art. Like you knew they was hunting people at some point. Like you could just suspect it. Like oh, you couldn't put your finger on, but you just knew they was hunting motherfuckers down. A lot of these people going missing, taking them over to them, and then fucking letting them loose and hunting these motherfuckers and shit. That shit is crazy. Probably why they didn't want that movie. This shit on. That's why I think that. That's why I think that Obama and Hillary Shuff got. I think they either found out what they was cooking and they couldn't fucking live to tell about it, or they threatened to tell about what they was cooking and they couldn't live to tell about it. You know what's funny though? I'm gonna open them files up. I'm gonna open them files up. I'm gonna skim through them. I'm gonna skim through them. I don't want to see the kids being fucked with, man. They all need their lights turned out. Yeah, we watched it on. We watched it a couple of weeks. We watched it a couple of weeks ago on the stream. It's a good movie. The Most Dangerous Game by Richard Cornell. It's a book. Go check that out. I got all these fucking Audible credits. I be liking shit about it, like the Dresden Files and stuff. Interesting. I'm gonna look through them, yo. It's just like I was looking at the shit that I seen on X and then like some other stuff, but I just couldn't bring myself to open up the files that got sent to me, just because I don't know. That shit gonna make me that shit gonna make me mad. Is that right? Interesting. It was a good movie though. I liked it. It was a fun movie. We had to watch that as a palate cleanser after we finished watching that movie Blink Twice, because Blink Twice was wild. We watched Blink Twice like, yo, what the fuck? Like what is Zoe Kravitz trying to tell us? Hey, that shit gonna make me not let my kids out of the house. I read that shit. The crazy part is that they swept that shit under the rug, boy. This is all about Iran. Iran. Nancy Guthrie done fucking she done went by the wayside. Nobody know where the fuck she at. That bitch, she dead. Epstein shit got swept under the fucking rug immediately. Now everybody's on the Iran shit. Oh yeah, surviving the game. I forgot. It's been a lot of them. It's been a lot of them like them hunt to be hunted movies that come out. They good movies. They be good though. I'm a sucker for them. Yeah, no, they want that. They want that shit gone. They want that shit out of the news cycle, and that shit is out of the news cycle. Hard Target with John. That's the name of the movie. Hard Target. We were just talking about this. Yo, what's the movie where they kidnap Jean-Claude Van Damme and take him to that island to hunt? That's it. Hard Target. Hard Target. I remember going to see that shit in the movies. My dad took me to see that shit in the movie theater. I was like, oh, get him. Hard Target is a fucking fantastic movie. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, Jay. Like I said, art imitate life. They be putting them stories in the fucking movies and shit, and they also use it to desensitize people. So when they do find out about it or something like that close to it, people not really outraged. They didn't seen it on TV 1,000 times or in the movies 1,000 times. Like all them fucking James Bond movies, most of them was fucking real stories. Some of the Mission Impossible movies, real stories. It's just crazy. The Island. I never seen The Island, Jay. I never seen that movie. The Island with Ewan McGregor. I've never seen that movie. Huh. I need to watch that. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Hmm. Interesting. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I'm about to go ahead and get me something to eat and then have a nice light day, hopefully. If you're new, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. What's this? You got Ving Rhames in it too? Oh, I thought you said the movie was called The Island. I thought you meant the movie was called The Island. Or is it called The Island and it's got Ving Rhames in it? Anyway. Until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed. Stay strapped. Don't miss. And don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. I'll holler at you.